Hey friends, this is Sarkis. I want to talk to you today about objectification. First, I want to define what it means to objectify is basically to make a person into an object that that is devoid of the subjectivity in terms of like what they're experiencing, what they might be feeling, their emotions, etc. So objectifying means making them into an object that can be acquired without paying attention to their feelings, without being sensitive to how they feel. Okay, so that requires a subject-object relationship in which the subject, me, is separate from the object, you, or the person I'm objectifying. Right? So that's one thing that objectification is dependent on. It's dependent on a sense of separation. That already feels like achy sense of suffering in my heart. The second thing is not only is the subject and object separate, I am separate from you, but it's also deficient in the sense that like you have something that I don't have already, right? And I need to get it to be happy or fulfilled or satisfied, etc. And that sense of deficiency also feels yucky. So objectifying feels yucky because it dismisses or denies the emotional experience of a person. And it also fortifies and believes in the sense of separation and the sense of deficiency. You follow? Okay. So when women complain that men are objectifying them, obviously they're complaining about being physically or sexually objectified. Okay. So, but what I want to point to in this video is women, if you're a woman who's frustrated that men objectify you, I have noticed that those exact women are the women that are usually somehow very concerned with how they look, right? They're exercising, they're dieting, they're constantly worried if men are attracted to them, and every time that you're doing that, you are considering yourself an object. Right? You're treating yourself as an object. So that's the first thing I want to point out is notice how you objectify yourself. This goes for men as well. Notice how you objectify yourself. Women, I also want to point out that if you're a woman that is worried about men objectifying you and frustrated about that, take responsibility for how you objectify men. Are you the kind of woman who looks at a man and automatically is sizing him up? Does he have money? Is he strong? Is he athletic? Like, what can he give me, right? So women objectify men. They just do it in more of an emotional way. So women are objectifying men more wanting like safety, security. They want a man to be a provider, right? And it's like, and they're coming from a little bit of a place of like, I don't have that. I can't provide for myself. I'm not safe in myself, right? That's all okay, but it's like I'm wanting people to take responsibility for when I objectify, what is it that I'm thinking I don't have that I'm trying to get in that other person at the expense of even knowing this person or feeling this person or considering what they feel, right? So women, you're often not wanting men to objectify you physically or sexually, and that's valid. But please take responsibility for how you might be objectifying men. What is it that you want from a man or from anybody else that you believe that you don't already have? And also, what is it that you think about yourself that you think a man wants to get? And take responsibility for the fact that you are objectifying yourself. And I'm doing that same thing. Like, I'm taking responsibility for example, let's say I look at a woman and I want like some kind of like, like I want to be held or something. And there's like a sense of a woman being like soft and loving. And it's like, what does that give me? Like when I have this craving or longing or desire, like what is it giving me? And it's like, oh, it's giving me a sense of like softness and vulnerability. It's like, oh, that's the signal for me, like, I need to go more toward my softness and my vulnerability, my sense of being nurtured, my sense of listening to myself and caring for myself, right? So whatever it is that I'm objectifying out there is really a projection of what I'm wanting in connection with myself. All right, that's it. So I love you. It's okay to do this. We all do this. The objectifying people is a natural byproduct of the sense of separation. So that's the main thing I want to point to, is objectifying is coming from a sense of separation, which breeds the sense of lack. If I feel like I'm lacking something, I'm going to want to get it out there. Okay, so pay attention to that. You're doing great. And no blame, no judgment here. Just let's clarify what's happening. Okay, you can find me at www.sarkisintuitive.com. I love you. Please comment. I want to hear your responses. That's it. Bye.